Welcome back to Rimworld. My name is Clear, and the march to civilization continues to have onwards for the colony despite the day's best attempts at stopping that from happening. So, yeah, if you want to know what's going on here, we're in the oasis that was added by the biomes oasis mod, and Noel here is stuck here for at least 2 years before he can get off this rock. And the only help he can accept are the ponds that come in from the quest tabs, the temporary ponds, I mean, and whatever robotic help he can get. Those are the rules anyways. Will you make it? Who knows? None of this is scripted. And that's a 3% bonus to the global word speed of Arcana, so that's right. Let's see now. How would you run that one again, please? Well, looks like we have a wonder who wants to join. Todd, let's see what you're like. Best at shooting still level 10. Unfortunately, we can't take you. Looks like Tobu is paying us another visit. And now we have another method structure appearing. Will it be a harp nest this time? Yep, it's a harp nest. Alright, so harp needing minimum handling still of 6. What's level at? Level 7, I see. So yeah, I guess we are getting a harp flock around. Well, looks like the timing intent went wrong. And now the militors have shown up. Oh, so much for the harp plot that I wanted. Oh well, it is what it is. But hey, we did get a Grana self-taming, so maybe that's a consolation prize. Well, I guess we're making our first, large mat here. Or rather, one of the ingredients for it. Since they all need, standard subcores. And we have a score of 100 from that batch of visitors, and a gift, 131 silver. And yeah, I think the first standard subcore is going into a pikeman. Well, looks like we have a quest to deal with the Metroid cluster that contains 2 centipede blasters, 1 centipede burner, 1 centipede gunner, 1 cyclops, 1 lancer, 2 pikemen, 3 sorchers, 4 scythers, 2 Tessrods, 1 psychic droner, 6 Metnos, 1 Ment high shield, 5 Ment birthers, 3 Ment drop beacons, 4 Ment capsules, 7 auto-charge turrets, 3 auto-inferno turrets, and 9 mini-slaughter turrets. And the rewards are honor plus 12, goodwill plus 14, that's extra capacity serum times 5, along with 1,017 plasteel. You know what? I'll take it for the plasteel. And here they are, up north. Too bad they're out of range of the defensive structure I had up here. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, anyways, I think it's time for Lowell here to head out and deal with the Metroid threat on his own. Any more harpedos? Yeah. 1. Alright. And contact has been made with the enemy. And Lowell just got the... And I think Lowell is just gonna hide behind the Metroid, the Militors that he has. For now. And hopefully not ding them on the way in. Because that's the last thing they need is their own controller. Whacking them. Oh well, it is what it is. And I lost control of Militor 5. Rip Militor 5. Well, I think that's most of my Militors down. And one of the turrets is gonna go boom. So that's great news for us. And I forgot to lock the robots inside of everyone. Well, that's my bad. And so another turret is gonna go boom. Alright, Lowell. Time for you to head back to the base. In a roundabout way. Probably a bad idea to do this, but no well, I'm doing it anyways. And Lowell somehow made it out alive. He needs to be patched up though. And now he makes wild to tree. Go figure! I wonder why. Motor inside your drone was the reason. No, gutworms for Lowell. And And I have a men in black. Go figure. And now Lowell's back up. Anyways, it's time to banish the men in black. And he wants 2,300 baby food. Alright, I guess the kitchen bots are up for the task of making that much baby food. Right, so that should take care of that. How lovely! We have toxic power to worry about now. Oh well, it is what it is. And I think we have our first pikeman now. Assuming Lowell can get there. And yep, we got the first pikeman. How lovely. Alright, Lowell, time to send you back out there, again. To see what damage you can do for the, Metroids that aren't friendly. Alright. Alrighty, contact has been made with the enemy. Alright, make sure, Lowell doesn't, well, you know. Well, get offline, to say the least. Alright, you two. Go sit over there. Be the wall that he needs. Alright, so that's that. Storage taken out. No, well. Take out that scyther that's bothering the Minotaur. And now that Minotaur is down. We're down to the last, Mechanoid, which is a pikeman. That's not good. Alright, so that takes care of that, scyther. Take out a medbirther, please. As for you, go take out that auto inferno turret. 'Cause that's being a nuisance. Alright, oh, don't help the pikeman. Alright, so that takes care of that. Target the auto charge turret. Right, so they took out one of their own structures. The Metronoids, I mean. Alright, time for Lowell to skedaddle. Since I think it might be too dangerous now. Along with the pikeman. And hey, we took out that turret. That's for sure. And rip pikeman 1. And now Lowell is down and back up again. And I think that's our cue to send Lowell back to base. And now we have an unrelated Metronoid class here to worry about. How lovely! Woo! All the way up north. And it's the weather controller. Pod. Oh well, that's a minor issue. Well, Lowell is fully healed again. Time to send him back out. Again. And hopefully deal with the Metronoid threat once and for all. Or at least the, side controller that's, been making him rather grouchy. By up to, negative 24%, mood debuff. Alright, contact has been made with the enemy. And let's just do the, part where we, well, just play chicken with them a little bit. Especially since, the ULM rifles can just ignore the shield. So that's great. For us. Looks like Tobu wants to pay us a visit. They're nervous about the toxic pop and the Metronoids. You know what? Those are two very valid reasons to, not come. Okay, I'll send him away. Well, I think it's time to, turn off that shield. Permanently. Thankfully, we can hit it. Alrighty then, that takes care of that. Alright, let's, turn on the droner. Permanently. Hopefully. Probably should have brought something with, actual, effect against buildings, that's not a ULM rifle. You know, like a mini grenade or something. But oh well, Lowell is just one person. He can't carry an entire army in his back pocket without making some compromises. And of course, I had to pull back to protect him from the big scary Metronoids. and just make him dance. And he's downed. Go figure. And now Lowell is back up. Go grab the Masterwork rifle and go home so you can, well, get yourself patched up properly this time. That's in 10 hours, by the way. Well, now we're dealing with this hydrogen high aimed at the men, so just Lowell. Well, that can be good on top of the hydrogener over here. It is also aimed at the men. Medium for the drone level, if you're wondering. What's that doing to his mood? Okay, so they did 33. Alright. But I'm sure that can be fixed with a few lavish meals. Looks like the Union wants the players to visit this time. They're afraid to enter my territory for the following reasons: toxic foul and landmines. Both are very valid reasons to stay away, so I'm gonna keep them away. For their own safety, you see. Well, Lowell is about fully healed. Or close enough. We're still dealing with some minor blood loss, of course. Anyways, it might be enough to just send him back out to deal with the Metroids once and for all. Knock on wood, of course. Considering this has been what the entire episode has turned into, is just dealing with these stupid Metroids that I accepted for the quest. And, well, apparently I forgot to give Lowell a weapon. Even though I could have sworn I told him to pick one up before he left. Or, before he got back. I don't think that's that, though. Oh, well. Alright, so I believe I had some Doomsday rocket launchers in storage. Ah, here it is. One of them. Go grab the Doomsday rocket launcher, Lowell. I think it's high time I actually get to use this thing. Alright, so let's see now. Lowell, target that, building, please. And it's round out. Surprisingly, that didn't do, hardly anything to the, building. Oh well, it is what it is. And Lowell just got dinged by, some metroid. Needle done. And now we have a raid to deal with. I wonder if these two... Oh, hey, they're coming in from up north, so... Oh, well, go back to base. Make this raid the Metroid's problem. Yeah, because I need to get you a new main weapon. Well, one side to drone is ending, so that's great news. Well, looks like the raiders are beginning their assault on the colony and running face first into the turret, so, I just had the turret's issue. Well, the ends are plain, so that's great news. Anyways, it's time to send Lowell back out to deal with the, Metroid threat, since, he is actually fully healed now. Well, the Metroid threat that came with the quest. The sighted droner thingy. Well, anyways, Lowell's made contact with the enemy. And just gotta play chicken a little bit with the, enemy. Death in 19 hours. How lovely. Yes, this is one of the things you have to do as a solo colonist. And let's just get a Chichi, self-tend up and running. And of course the toxic pot has settled, so that's great. Alright, so that's the Chichi healing done. Deal with that, Pikeman, please. Alrighty then. Just deal with the psychic droners, so we don't have to listen to that thing anymore. Alright, that's a psychic droner defeated. Back to base for you. So you can get patched up properly. Especially since you don't have to listen to that psychic droner anymore. How lovely for you. Well, oh well, it's time for you to go deal with the rest of the Metroids from the class, and hopefully end that, Met cluster. And contact has been made with the enemy. Alright, so all Metroids are offline, so that's great. Well, all but one, that is. So not quite all of them, but most of them. And now they're all offline. Time to deal with the turrets. Oh dear. Don't get caught out in the open by too many turrets, lol. Cause that's how you, did a game over. And hey, one of them is gonna go boom, so that's great. And take out another one. So, that's also great news for Lowell. Alright, so that charge turret is downed. Time to deal with the mini slaughter that's left. And one of them is gonna go boom and take out the med Parther, I think. Nope. Did most of the way, got it most of the way down, though, for the med Parther. And now this mini slaughter turret is gonna go boom. And now it's been defeated. Great! And let's repair some mechanoids of ours. And we have received the pods. That is capacity serum times 5, 1017 plastium. Those are our rewards, by the way. And well, I'm gonna let the robots out to rebuild some defensive structures. Just so I can have them ready for the next raid. Looks like the Union wants to pay me another visit. They're nervous to enter my territory for the following reasons. Mechanoids. You know what? Sure. I'll send them away. Well, I'd say Lowell is mostly bad to full strength. He's missing a right little toe, right middle toe, right big toe, and left middle finger. They shouldn't affect his fighting abilities too much. So, time for you to get out there and go, any other mechanoid threat. And also, before I forget, lock the robots inside of Area 1, which is, behind the walls, where it's safe. Like so. Alrighty then. Contact has been made with the enemy. Alright, who's letting Lowell get, beaten by his side there? That is the military's job to take the beating. As, harsh as that sounds. Alright, Lowell, time for you to bait the, mechanoids into the defensive structure. And I have built for this exact reason. Like so. Good work, Lowell. Alright, so the mechanoids are down again. Well, the turrets that are within range of the mechanoids finally ran out of, ammunition. Oh well, time to send Lowell in to take out the rest of the mechanoids. Alright, so that takes care of the mechanoids. Now it's time to deal with the, turret. Singular. So, thankfully there's only one. And it just went boom, and took out a flamingo with it. Oh well. Well, anyways, time to take out the, weather controller. And that takes care of the weather controller. Somehow that doesn't count as the, med cluster being destroyed. Maybe if I take out the, med high shield, that'll do the trick. Nope. Somehow, that med cluster is still active. I guess I really do have to wipe it out. And that took care of that. I think I have put a perfectly good stopping point for this video, so like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video and its playlist all over social media for help out the channel and your algorithm for free. And if you want to support your channel financially, there's a link to my Ko-Fi in the description below where you can do exactly that for as low as $1 a month. Any day to name on the Twitch screen. Yeah, it's one of those Patreon alternatives that I like to use. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. Bye.